What's up, guys? I'm back. Roll the intro.
I'm gonna make him an offer again with you.
I drink your milkshake.
Why so serious?
I am your father.
You talking to me?
Say what again?
Are you not entertained?
So just to tell you guys what I've been away, a massive apology from me. I had work, I had college, I had just no way of balancing both and doing YouTube videos, so I decided to just stop doing YouTube videos until I could do it. Now I'm back and I'm going to start with my favorite invention, which is the special event. During a month I watch one movie per week, and all these entries have a thing in common. For example, this month I choose to watch movies that have been recommended to me by my friends. A couple of days ago I posted on my Instagram account a photo of a girl telling a guy, "You've watched this movie 57 times. He said yes, and I asked my followers, which movie is that for you? So congratulations on that, you are the first to be inducted into this special event, and I promise that I'm going to be as objective as possible. So let's get down to business. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and this is my review for Cloud Atlas. Cloud Atlas is formed of 6 different stories stemming from the 1800s over to the 2200s. It follows the story of a lawyer, an aspiring artist, a journalist, a publisher, a caveman, and an android. And all these stories, although they don't seem like they're connected, actually influence one another. One action from one story can influence the other. And there are also other synergies like this in this film. For example, all of the main characters have the same birthmark on different places on their bodies. Halle Berry's character describes it as a little comet. And also in the editing department, one story ends with a character calling someone, and the other story begins with someone picking up the phone. And that's the tamest examples of this happening in the editing department that makes it seem like one seamless transition from one story to the other, and it feels like one viewing experience. The story of each of the tales are really interesting, and they could have been standalone films, but to have them as one single movie just means that the writers are showing off. Speaking of the writers, this movie was written by Tom Tykwer. He has also written such great TV shows like Babylon Berlin, which I advise you to watch, and the Wachowski sisters, who are infamously known for having written the 4 Matrix films. Of course, one hasn't come out yet, but it will come out this year. And they do a really good job of making the entire script feel interesting. The dialogue is really engaging and entertaining, and it just kept me glued to my seat. This film is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. This is not a short film, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it because the writing was just so good. The cast is also star-studded with actors such as Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, Keith David, Hugh Grant, who seems to be in everything that I watched lately, and my standout performer for this film, Hugo Weaving. And this guy can play an antagonist down to the T. He's really good at making you hate him, and you know, that's a really hard thing to do, playing the antagonist. I think it's harder for him to play the good guy. In all of the 6 stories, he is the antagonist, and he is just as despicable in each and every one of them, and I love it. I usually like to point out my favorite scene of this film, but I don't really have one here. There are no bad scenes that make me want to single it out. There are no really good scenes that make me want to compliment them. All the scenes work really well, and they're really good. And I mean, if I had to choose, I would pick the action scenes as being the most intense and the best possible, because the Wachowski brothers, of course, have directed Matrix, which is one of the best action films of all time, and they know how to handle an action scene. To sum up, this is a really good film, and I don't understand why it has so low ratings on IMDb and Metascore. On IMDb it has a 7.4, and on Metascore it has just a 55 rating. And if you're just looking at ratings, you might mistake this for just a decent film, but it's more than that. So it's such a good an ambitious film that it should be watched. And if you're scared about the runtime, don't be, because you're not gonna feel it when you're watching it. Unfortunately, I don't have an alternative watch for you guys. I usually like to give you another movie to watch if you like this one, but since I think this is like the pinnacle of this type of films, there isn't really that I can give you. This seems more like an alternative pick for other films. So I'm sorry, but next video I'll be back with some more alternative picks for you guys. And as for my rating, I will give this movie a you should watch it with a grade of 5 stars. That's heavy. See you guys next time, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you like.